Hello, viewers. I'm here again one more time to give you an in-depth of revelations about the fallen angels and cultism in the planet Earth. Do you realize that the reason why we have so many cults all over the world is because of the fallen angels? All the cults you see, the secret society, the Illuminati, and all kinds of cults you have in different countries or different nations, is because of who? The fallen angels. The fallen angels are responsible for all these cults, and all are being ruled by Satan. Satan himself is the one that spearheaded all the cults in the whole planet Earth, and the fallen angels were the one that is in charge of them one by one. Now, if a demon, if one of the fallen angels ever caught a man to be a subject, that very particular man will form a cult. And when that man forms a cult, then he will have his own followers. And all the followers of that very particular cult, they will form a hand sign. That hand sign is what represent them anywhere they go, or what they use as a symbol to recognize each other. And a fallen angel is responsible to one hand signal. Now, before I go deeper into this hand signal, because there is something we are going to divide today, we're going to make something real for us to understand. Because I want to talk to the elect, the Christians more. I want to talk more to the Christians. I want to enlighten the Christians more, because the devil is taking hold of all the hand signs. That is why, if you want to count all the fallen angels, there are so many. Let me just go to the book of Revelation, chapter number 12. I read from verse 7. And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. 8. And prevailed not, neither was their place found anymore in heaven. 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Did you hear that? Now let me go to verse 12. You may read the rest, but let me go to verse 12. Verse 11 and 12 says, and they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimonies, and they loved not their lives unto death. Then I go to verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. Just like what he said to Adam, inasmuch as you do not know when your God has promised you to come and deliver you, we will multiply war against mankind. Because war, and there will be no pity, there will be no mercy. We will multiply war against mankind, and that is our pleasure, and that is the purpose we're meant for. Now he made it clear to Adam. Now you see, the angels themselves, they find it very tough in heaven that it was always coming as an accuser, accusing all the angels, because they gave him, God is a merciful God, he's a sweet God, such a sweet God. I don't know why Satan is so blind not to know that humility can make him get back his position. But he was not humble. He was full of pride. I. He lost his position. He lost the battle, and he became very far from God. Lucifer lose the battle and is very far from God. Now what am I talking about? Now on planet Earth, they have made up their mind to make sure that human beings never have a rest according to their plan. Never have a rest. So the Bible says, and they were all casted out into the planet Earth. And they say, woe unto the earth, the inhabitant of the earth, and woe unto the sea. Because the devil has come to take hold of the earth. They can't take hold of the earth. If you are a child of God, a Christian, you are beyond that. You are the owner of the earth. God has given us the earth. We are the one God said multiply, subdue the earth and replenish it, because He made us in His own image after His likeness. So that was the jealousy, the envy there's a demon called envy. That was what actually strikes the heart of Satan, that it will make men fall. So what they do now, as they came to the earth after the laws are thrown in heaven and the laws are placed in heaven, heaven is a new place God has promised Adam. And God told Adam, inasmuch I've forgiven you for your sin, but one thing you must understand is that you cannot go back to the Garden of Eden, but I will give you a better garden full of light. Full of light. Where Satan was thrown out, that is where God has given to us as an offer. Because the Garden of Eden, we cannot go back there, and we are going to the Garden of Heaven where there is lightning. And the devil has come in range of anger that he will never allow any human being to ever step into that very particular place. That is why you see there are so many cultists and so many cults in the whole planet Earth. Every nation, they have cult. They worship idols, they worship demons, all kinds of spirits. All these fallen angels, they are numerous in numbers. There are millions in numbers. So if one should subdue a man to be his subject, that very particular one begin to gain worship from that very particular man, and that very particular man who is worshiping this fallen angel will now need to get some people around him, of which they begin to make obeisance and begin to sacrifice things for this very particular demon, and this demon becomes their head, becomes their god. It becomes the person they are worshiping. And the demon knows that his time is very short. He knows that if you allow these people to stay long, what will happen is that they will quickly gain themselves and go out of the level. So what they do is that they frustrate them. They make sure they bring blood. I will come to that next time. Now they make sure they bring blood, they sacrifice, and say they give them short life, allow them to just enjoy themselves a little, not troubling them, and they give them a short life. They died. That is what normally happens. They have come to enslave men. Don't be one of them, one of those the devil will enslave. Now I want to tell you something about the hand sign. The devil has taken hold of all the hand signs. There is no hand demonstration that the devil is not holding. There is no hand demonstration style that you not find a demon that is representing it. Because all these cultists or all this occult group, they always have that sign. Some can make it like this, some can make it like this, some can make it like this, some can make it like this. They make it anyhow. So anyhow you make, even if you say like this, one God, there is a cult that is answering this very particular sign. Even if you make it two, there's a cult that answers to that very particular sign. In one way or the other, you as a Christian, we Christians, just watch me now. As I'm preaching the gospel, I must demonstrate my hand, because every part of you is giving for demonstration of the gospel. Not just you don't stand like stick, because every sign is under the control of demons or Satan. No, you don't do that. I see so many Christians that you don't know what to do. Many Christians are shrinking. When they want to preach the gospel, they are conscious, they are mind conscious of this very particular sign. Let me not go and do this sign. Let me not go and do this sign. Look, brother, sister, let me tell you something, child of God. If your heart is pure, your heart is clean, you don't belong to those cults. But you must understand that your whole hand is your hand. In any way, in any how you can demonstrate it. It does not matter, provided you are not part of them. But you are free. Anyhow you demonstrate your hand, it must fall on one of those signs. The Bible says, God said, the thief cometh not to kill. The thief cometh to steal, to kill, and to destroy. But I've come to give you life in abundance. First book of John 10:10. The thief cometh to steal, and to destroy. He has come to steal. Many hand signs. Now you can see I'm doing like this now. There's a gang, there's a court that always does like this. So if I want to remove something in my eyes, maybe I just want to remove a little peck of my eyes. How do I do it? Do I use all my hand like this because I'm afraid of the cultists? How do I remove this little thing here? I can do it like this. I can do it like this. I can do it like this. You see? Now why I'm doing like this now? Now this, I want to remove this thing. I have to use this thumb to join this one, to remove it like this, to remove it. Aha! The thumb and this goes more better than this. But this one is more better. Now this sign you are doing, you discover that it has fallen into one satanic and symbol. And when somebody picture it like this, they say you belong. God damn it. Now, as I'm talking, as I'm demonstrating the word of God, and I said, look, you may just say, I don't understand why people will say this thing is not working. That you discover that this very particular sign you just made, you are demonstrating freely. Be free to demonstrate the gospel. The gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ. You own your hand. You must understand that all these hands work together. All things work together for good to them that love God. The thumb cannot work alone. You can see. These two cannot work alone. They all need each other. They all need each other. So sometimes, if it does a thing like this, you are simply representing, you are simply demonstrating one hand sign of the cultist, unknowingly. But what matters to you is that let your conscience be clear. Let them know you don't belong. Praise God, somebody. The devil is stealing all the hand sign, trying to handicap handicap everybody. Now, what they expect us to is to maybe they expect you to be doing like this. You start working like this now because you don't want to make any answer. Maybe when you do a thing like this now, they say you belong. You are doing another symbol. There is no symbol you do that does not belong to one Satanist group. There is no hand symbol you do or you demonstrate that does not belong to one cult. But that does not matter. What matters is that your conscience is clear. You are a child of God. Preach the gospel. I've seen many ministers when they are demonstrating, sometimes they say, you take this, you just hold this. You want to hold something easily, you take this, you hold it, and you hold something like this. They said you are demonstrating Satanist signs. What rubbish is this? The devil came to steal, to kill, and to destroy. He has stolen all the hand signs. Does that mean I will not demonstrate my own hand sign? Christian, feel free. If your conscience is clear, feel free. You don't belong, but your hand must fall in one of these categories. Even if you say like this, I am warning everybody, I'm warning you, be careful. This you have just done belongs to a group. Even if you do it like this, you understand what I'm talking about. You can do it. It belongs to a group. You make it like this, you say, oh, I can see. Okay, sometimes when you want to do like cameraman, when the man is videoing a scene, sometimes you use your hand at times to make like this. To make like this, as if it's a camera. You try to size things. Sometimes you can even make it like this to make it better. They will say you're demonstrating Satanist symbol. So in which way are you going to do it better? Does it mean as a child of God I'm preaching now, I must remain like this? I must click my hand. Even if you click your hand, for them not to criticize that you belong, there is a group that does it like this too. There's a cult that does it like this. Any part of the answer you want to do, there's a devil behind most of them. But what matters to you that you are a child of God. You supersede all these things. You must understand you are a field marshal. God has ordained you as a royal field marshal to captain every level of prosperity. God has ordained you as a dangerous cargo, an important vessel of the Lord. Sit above all calamity and hindrance. Then everywhere you go, you captain. Everywhere you go, you captain. You supersede all these things. The demon has no right to rule you. You are above them. It's an abomination to see God start and be shaking my bicycle devices. You can't be shaking my bicycle devices because bicycle and tanker does not stand together. You are bigger than that. You must understand that every hand sign, the devil is taking hold of them. But you are more than that. Demonstrate your hand. Don't be afraid. Show the quality of the word of God you are preaching. If it goes like this, it goes. If it goes like this, it goes. Even if it goes like this, it goes. It does not matter. You don't belong. You are only demonstrating. God bless you.